From the Watsco Center, it is ACC action. What a wild atmosphere there is for a 1 o'clock game here in Florida. Not surprised at all as we have a red-hot Miami University welcoming a Florida State team that finds themselves on close to the outside looking in for Hoopsteria. How will this ACC matchup play out? Let's find out. As my name is Samuel Colbert, joined alongside by Sniper Jay and Sniper Miami hot. As Chaperone says, HOTCOGO, you can take me hot to go.
Yes, extremely hot team. I'm looking forward to watching them play, see if they can keep that momentum up tonight.
Tip is won by Miami, so let's introduce their starting five. Starting off things with their two star players, Jermaine McLemore and Dominic Bianco. They are joined alongside by Edgar Fernandez, Hartland Hoffman, and Carmelo Outlaw. On the opposite side of things for Florida State, they are led by the talented freshman Garrett Hart. Around him, he's got Crucial Best, Daquan Auden, Styles Darrow, and Leon Quinn. Starting fives for both these teams. Miami Sniper, a dominant force. They can attack you for both the inside and outside. What are their keys to win this contest against the Florida State team that is pretty much just playing to survive?
Sam, I'm glad you asked this early in the game. I think the keys for this Miami team is to establish their paint presence. Right, we know McLemore is a paint beast. He leads the team in scoring, leads the team in dunks, leads the team in rebounding. I think if they could get him going early, that bodes well for this Miami team and winning this ball game.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. And for Florida State, besides Garrett Hart, who has just been a talented player for this Seminole squad, who has to step up here for this Florida State team to be victorious in this contest?
Sam, we talked about before this broadcast even started how Florida State has a really talented freshman in Hart, and the starting five is really good. They work well together, good cohesiveness, but it's hit or miss with their bench. And we both agreed on that if we could get some production or a lot of production off their bench with guys like Dale Aubrey, Murphy, or Twyman, if they could get some production out of those guys, they could find their way into a victory here in this in-state basketball game.
And just taking a look here now at the betting odds for this one, Miami obviously favored in this one, 4.5-point favorites coming into this one. I feel like that line, it's pretty fair because all ACC competition all season has been high competitive basketball. As that free throw is good. It's not a matter of what your free throw form looks like. It's about if it goes in.
Absolutely. As long as they go in, nobody's complaining.
Florida State comes into this one with the underdogs plus 180, so a $10 bet will win you 18 bucks. Betting on Miami, your minus 200, $10 bet will win you $8. Betting on it here.
Sit there. That was real fast.
Oh, well, I'm a numbers guy. We'll keep it at that. 6-4 early Florida State lead here. First 2 minutes gone by. Both teams going back and forth. Sniper really attacking that inside painted area are both squads. As you see, a rim runner right here by Jermaine McLemore.
And that's their center, Sam, coming off a down screen, curling, taking one dribble and rising up over the defense. That's a lot of verticality and elusiveness for a big guy like that.
That is what this Miami team does. Where they lack in size, they come up with speed and athleticism, and that's something that Jim Laranga has absolutely breached with his Miami squad. We might not be the tallest team, but we will outwork and out-hustle everyone. As there's an N1, Miami will go to the line to complete the three-point play. Scoring that one was Harland Hoffman.
And right there on that possession, we see Hoffman take advantage of Alton in the post, and Alton is not a small guy. I mean, he's a big-time defender, for this Florida State team, but the mismatch, he was able to get inside, create some contact, and finish the hoop for the N1.
The crazy thing, too, about this Miami team, Sniper, is that free throw runs in and out no good, is that in part of their second unit, they have a 7-footer just chilling on the bench.
Man, you know, it's blessed to have that type of height on the bench. But hopefully we can see him get in the game and make something happen, being that he is 7'1", the closest thing to the rim in the game.
That is a good finish right there by Leon Quinn. We're all knotted up at 8 apiece here in this ACC contest here in Florida. It is stifling hot outside. We can feel the heat and the pressure coming into the building here as there's a foul on Florida State, and Carmelo Outlaw will go to the line to shoot 2.
It seems like it's been a point of emphasis on this Miami team, maybe a key point to the game to actually get into the paint and draw fouls on this Miami team. It's kind of like what we said earlier in the game, Sam. Miami knows that this Florida State team bench production is not the best, or it's hit or miss, so they're trying to get their starters out the game by making them draw fouls or create contact and draw fouls on them and make their bench come into the game and have to produce.
That's exactly right. And Florida State, again, you said it earlier, they have a talented starting 5. They have a talented starting unit. But the big question in this game is, can the bench of Florida State hold up against the bench of Miami? And we're going to find out here in the next couple of minutes once we start seeing substitutions roll in.
Absolutely. But if you're Florida State, you can't give in to these fouls calls. You have to play hands straight up, be real physical, and make sure the refs know that you're not fouling, but also contest shots in the paint.
3.5 minutes close have gone by here in this first half. Miami off to the 2-point lead here. That's a missed shot from just beyond the interior. Miami has a chance to take their first double-digit lead of the contest. Is on a drive, and oh my goodness, what a move! Edgar Fernandez.
Jesus, he left my guy dancing on the court and just dunked it.
Fernandez going all la cucaracha on that one, but Florida State returns the favor. Garrett Hart, the heart and soul of this team, willing these guys back into this one with a slam.
And one thing I like about Hart's game is we get
Oh,
another
it's a dunk contest! I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Dominic Bianco slams it, and all of a sudden it's turned into an NBA All-Star dunk contest here in this first half.
Yeah, a lot of Olay defense being in place, Sam. The rims are going to get tired of these guys dunking all night.
Nice finish right there from Florida State. Both these teams going back and forth here, liking what we're seeing here.
Absolutely. I mean, Sam, this is AC basketball. They have 5 teams ranked in the top 25. This is always going to be a competitive league, and every game is going to be competitive no matter what the team ranking or standing is in the ACC.
Toma El scores the basket for Miami. First sub into the contest here for the Hurricanes. It's Hart goes on a drive, and oh, what a finish that was. Garrett Hart, fantastic on that drive and score. 16-14 here. Over bettors liking what they're seeing. The over-under in this one was listed at 147.5. Yell will draw the contact and go to the line to shoot 2. Quinn picks up the foul, his first, third on Florida State.
That's a big foul, and I know it's only his first, but I look for McLemore to keep getting the ball and keep being aggressive against him, and sometimes you may get wrapped up into a call that you don't even mean to foul. You just have to, and Quinn has to be careful because I think he's the only guy that is going to be able to contain McLemore in the paint area for Florida State.
First free throw by Yale is good, as we see Florida State's Reynaldo Del Orbe come onto the floor. The sophomore from Cotua, Dominican Republic, standing at 6'7", 235.
And you see he comes on, he replaces Quinn, so I think their coach Coach Hamilton is thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Let's try to save Quinn for later in the game. Make sure he's able to compete in the paint against McLemore.
It's a good strategy right there, and I would wholeheartedly agree, Sniper. I mean, it's almost like you can make these exact same decisions as a coach in game. If you sign up to be a head coach on SimWorld today, you get a 5,000 EM's bonus if you become a head coach. Just keep that in mind, thinking about your basketball mind, as both shots rim off here for Miami. Florida State a chance to tie with the 3.
Coaching may be in the cards for me a little later right now, Sam, but for now, I like pumping these guys up and talking about the game right next to you.
Absolutely. McLemore picks up the foul. Fernandez will check out of the game. As we see Tavon Simon, the Alabama kid, the senior, checking in here for Miami. One no good for the Seminoles. Miami trying to extend their lead here on this drive. 13:36 to go. That one no good. Offensive rebound though by Yale. He was trapped in the painted area, close to a 3-second call. No good. A battle for the loose ball, picked up by Florida State. Lauren Hamilton was racing down the floor, begging for a 3-second call. On the opposite end, that layup's no good.
Yep, and a couple missed layups, couple good defense possessions for both teams here without fouling, but we see a foul on this possession by Dale already.
Tavon Simon will go to the line to shoot 2 towards Alabama. 6'5", 168 pounds, the senior.
That's one thing about this Miami team, Sam. You know, they got a good balance of underclassmen and upperclassmen, so they have leadership on this team, and I think that's one of the keys why they've been able to, I would say, turn this season around and really gain momentum on the back end of this season, making themselves a very scary team when it comes to hoopsteria.
Absolutely. Miami's starting to figure out their unit here. How do you play it? Wow, my goodness, I can't speak. And how to play together as a unit, building that chemistry. Hoopsteria, you got one chance. One chance, that's all you get.
And honestly, that's all this Miami team needs. They are the champions from last year, so they know what they're going into in Hoopsteria. It's just putting all the pieces together like they're doing right now and going into the tournament hot.
It's about which team is hot at the right time. Kind of like any playoffs. This 3 from the far wing rattles in and out, no good.
Absolutely, Sam.
Miami up 4 here, under 13 minutes to play here in the first half here on CBS. Samuel Goldberg, Sniper J on the call for you here of this matinee madness matchup. It's Miami and Florida State going to battle here. Miami in a 6-point lead here with 12 and a half to play. Trying to find some baseline, nothing there, goes up. Contact and a foul. Hennessy we're going to call for the foul. Hart, we're going to line to shoot 2.
Yep, and right before this play, before Hart drove and got fouled, we saw Hennessy get a bucket as he subbed into the game, the 7'1" freshman. But I looked for Florida State to make a change on defense, maybe start doubling him because he does have so much size over the whole team. Try to get the ball out of his hands.
Hennessy, the 7'2", 265-pound freshman. Jim Lorenaga absolutely raves about. He loves having him coming off the bench. Just extra size for him. Just an extra piece to the puzzle. Second free throw by Hart is good. Back to a 4-point game. Loving this atmosphere here in this one. Sometimes you just gotta let the atmosphere talk.
Absolutely, man. It's crazy because it's a we say a day game, and it's sold out in here, and everybody's cheering real loud. And you know, you just can't get this atmosphere in every arena, especially midday. I think spring break just ended, so the students are just coming back. You know, most of them probably just sleep past school, but they're here today in the student section having fun and having a great time cheering on their Miami Hurricanes.
Absolutely, it is loud here in the Watsco Center after that big bucket from Miami. How will the Seminoles respond? Running out of time on the shot clock. Here's a long jumper, good. Kenny Twyman, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, buries it.
And Sam, you would have to think there's some type of bad blood between these two teams. Both teams are in the state of Florida, not too far from each other, I would assume. And some players might have wanted to go to the other school. You never know. I'm pretty sure there's some type of bad blood here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially if you're in state, some of these players might get offered from one school. They're wondering where's another offer, or some coach tells them, hey, you're not good enough, and the other team says, hey, come play for me.
Yeah.
Both teams trading basket for basket in this early going. Largest lead of the game was Miami at 6 points, and there's a steal. Hart throws it up the court and can't finish. Bianco's forced the foul, but Twyman earns himself 2 free throws.
And as Florida State has a chance to cut into this league right here, the last couple minutes or so, we have seen them go to different options besides Hart and create more opportunities for scoring for other players. Like, I think everybody in the world knows the ball's going through Hart. Hart's going to take the most shots. But when we see Del Obre get a post up and the left hand hook and it goes in, and we see Twyman hit a jump shot, and we got our player right now at the line making free throws for Florida State, that's a good thing. It's more options that Miami has to account for on the defensive end instead of just keying in on Hart.
Well, this is the point of the contest where we'll see what Florida State goes to with that free throw. Crimson and out, Hennessy, rebound, leading the charge. Oh, wow, fantastic handles by the center. He goes all the way to the cup, but he can't finish. Collects his offensive rebound, kicks out to the far side wing. Go inside. Good, but a foul is called. And going to the line is Toma. Oh, pardon me. That's Jermaine McLemore. We got 2 number 20s on the court, Sniper.
Well, we only got one that really means something. That's McLemore, the big fella. So I'm pretty sure in his dominant fashion already, he's going to be the main 20.
Absolutely. I feel we have now all of a sudden changed to a college football broadcast. Figuring out whose number is which.
Offense and defense, baby. You know, that might be that might be what Miami's doing here. You know?
Who knows? Both free throws from Jermaine McLemore are good. 26-21, approaching the halfway point here in the first half. It is loud here in the Watsco Center. Trying to will their team on. Florida State down 5. Fantastic defense by Miami. Twyman can't get a shot off. He finally does. My goodness, he had a hand in his face. Buries it.
That's a big shot for Twyman as we have a timeout here.
Absolutely, Sniper J. Halfway through this first half here on CBS, Miami leads it by 3.
See the game, be the game.
What's that?
That's a swear jar. Every time someone swears, you put a quarter in it.
Who gets the money?
I don't know. We'll use it to buy something for the office, like a case of Bud Light or something.
Fucking awesome. You, Bob.
You, Jim.
Eric, I have a bag on line 3 for you.
Can I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your pen.
Will the owner of a white station wagon please go yourself?
We're gonna go down there and we're gonna some ass. We're gonna some. We're gonna do whatever we have to because we're gonna some.
Hoop.
Doesn't count.
Shut the up!
I am so proud of you mother suckers. Here, here.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
See, to live is to suffer. But to survive, well, that's to find meaning in the suffering. Hey, yo, got to get up.
I apologize for the things I've done, 'cause I know I was wrong. But now I'm grown and
Welcome back to the Let's Go Center here on CBS. Samuel Goldberg and Sniper J on the call for you here. And Sniper, Miami's controlling the pace. They're playing hurricane basketball, but right now FSU is weathering the storm and keeping foot with the Hurricanes.
Absolutely, and midway through this first half, you know, Miami is definitely controlling the paint on the offensive side. On their defensive side, Florida State is able to get to the paint and score as well. And right now, it just seems like who's the best paint scorer in this game? I think the team that is able to knock down a couple threes and spread the other team's defense out will gain an advantage and take the lead going into halftime.
So here, oh my goodness me.
It's okay, Sam. We got you.
Oh man, it's been tough going to talk earlier. That was a fantastic block by Florida State. Chance to tie. I agree with you, though, Sniper. It's really going to come down to who can separate themselves in this game. Miami, they've done a great job of just controlling the tempo as Yael will go to the line to shoot two after tons of contact there. Joe Oubre gets called for the foul. That's his third personal foul.
And that's trouble, you know, because again, like we discussed earlier in this game, Sam, Florida State is not the deepest team, and they also are looking for production from the bench. And Del Orbe, a guy who plays over 20 minutes a game, is that production. Now that he has 3 fouls, I'm pretty sure he's going to have to sit the rest of this first half, and they're going to have to rely on their starters.
And that's the thing. We talked about it early. Which can the Florida State bench help their starters out? And that's one way to not help your starters out.
Well, you got to give Miami credit. They have been relentlessly attacking the paint, drawing contact, and trying to draw those fouls. And it's been working out in their favor. There's a favorite quote, or one of my favorite quotes, chance favors the aggressive, and that's what Miami is using here tonight. And so far, they're getting the fouls called.
Absolutely. And one thing too, Sniper, obviously this Miami team, one player short as they've been dealing as they lost Kevon Jackson early in the season. But Miami, they've done well throughout the course of the season without Kevon Jackson. And I mean, just imagine what this team would look like with him on the court. Yael gets rejected again. Three from the corner, hit every part of the rim, no good.
You know, Sam, we can't speculate on what this team would look like with another player that's hurt. And that's respect to that player. And this Miami team has struggled throughout this year, so maybe he would have been more impactful in helping his team win, especially coming off a championship year, this Miami team.
Here's our corner three. Wild shot, and it goes in. DeMario Murphy. Serving up a la carte from the corner three. Here's Gael. 15 on the shot clock. Good ball movement here by Miami. Trying to attack the inside. Kicks out to the far corner. Yael with 5. Gets a screen from Castillo. Yael with 3. He left it short. But right place, right time was Jamarius Castillo. And it's a 4-point Miami lead again.
Oh my.
Oh! Hart! A heart-stopping slam! My goodness! This is a competitive ACC game. Oh, what a dish! Macklemore, the bell and one!
Yes, and right now, Sam, we're going back-to-back with buckets in the paint again, but this is a big-time foul for Mr. Quinn. It's his second in the first half, and Macklemore drew his second foul on him. And this is a big-time loss for Florida State because now you have Del Aubrey in foul trouble, who's a big forward, physical. Now you have Quinn in foul trouble. Who do they turn to next to come in and try to guard Macklemore or just guard anybody with any size and strength with this Florida State team?
Florida State picking up a lot of fouls here in this first half. This is the thing that you don't want if you're the Seminoles, is that free throw's no good. You don't want to allow Miami to score points on the board without time ticking off the clock.
Now, Miami has went to zone, Sam.
Yeah, the little defensive switch here for Miami. See how Florida State responds. Corner three. Bang!
The exact response you want when you see a team go zone. Open your eyes, get your shot ready, be confident, be cocky, and shoot the three and make it. That's what they did right there. And if they keep doing that, I'm pretty sure Miami's going to make a change. Oh, my.
What a move. There's Miami trying to figure out a way to stop this Florida State squad. They're doing a good job of scoring, but the defense has been somewhat lackluster. Big block, Leon Quinn, his third block in the last 2 minutes. Here's Quinn, driving down the lane, a little bit too advantageous there as he lost the ball. Macklemore picks it up. Here's Jael.
Yeah, that's not Quinn's place to be dribbling through traffic like that. That's not his comfortability. He probably should try to stay away from that.
Macklemore, no dice on that one. Florida State a chance to take the lead for the first time today. They got it! DeMario Murphy gives Florida State their first lead since the 1919 mark when they were up 6-4.
And Murphy has came off the bench and been a spark for this Florida State team. We have called his name numerous times for making shots as Macklemore gets this whole easy slam down the paint there.
Ooh, what a slam by Macklemore. Let's go center loud again. Here's Bess, the man that speaks 3 different languages. Can basketball be one of them tonight? He's been kept quiet this afternoon. Murphy off the glass. Got it. Pardon me, that was Del Oubre. We're going back and forth here as Miami's gonna have to call a timeout. Under 5 minutes to play here at the Let's Go Center.
See the game, be the game.
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle become a legend. The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
Hotel, and I could put you under my spell. I have you reaching for the rails. I won't kiss and tell, cause I rock your bells. I rock you. I rock you. I rock you. I rock you. You wanna be with me? Is it my whip or is it my dough? Is it my wrist? You like how we glow? Is it because my love is like whoa? Whatever it is, I don't know, but I do know I'm rocking your love. From the moment I roll up, everybody off in the club steady showing me love, cause they know I came here to get the drinks pulled up. And all you hear from the women is, girl, hold up. Yeah, that's right, mama. Ain't no need for you to fight it, mama. You can't deny, mama. Go on and get excited, mama. You been invited, indicted to a meeting in my bedroom. Move so we can get some leg room for yells. I know your style, know you very well. The way you shake it, mama, I can tell. Cause in the club, girl, it never fails. They be wanna yell, so I say hell, yeah. We can head to my hotel, and I can put you under my spell. I have you reaching for the rail. I won't kiss and tell, cause I rock your bells. I rock you. I rock you. I rock you. I rock you. I rock you.
Welcome back. Let's go center. Florida State absolutely hanging on here with the Hurricanes. And what's been really stunning here is Hennessy's going to go to work, and he is smooth just like by alcohol. 36-35, quick timeout by Florida State, and Sniper, I mean, just like that, Miami takes the lead, and Florida State's going to call a timeout, but that's what you want to see from Hennessy right there.
Absolutely, there's no question about it. I mean, that was definitely a drawn-up play, a planned attack, whatever you want to call it. Coach Laranja from Miami wanted to get the big fella the ball and knows he has a true size advantage, like physically and vertically, if you would say. And Hennessy did his job right there. The freshman was confident, made the move, and finished the basket and gave this Miami team the lead. But I think that's something Miami's going to look forward to keep doing down the stretch. They see it's working. Maybe they extend Hennessy minutes this game to use his size over this smaller Florida State team and feed him the ball and let him work out a little bit against the Florida State team, especially with them being in foul trouble. Sam.
And speaking of size here, looking at some of the incoming recruits here for this Miami Hurricane team, they have the 28th ranked prospect in Tony Henderson coming into this program. He stands at 6'9". So Miami's adding some more size to their team with Tony Henderson. But on the other side of things too, for Florida State, they have Darius McBride coming into this program, a talented guard in his right. So some good pieces coming into both these teams that will definitely need each of these players next season.
Absolutely. Both teams have struggled at some point in this season and have looked at these recruits and said, hey, we're definitely going to need you to step up and be big time next year for us. That way we can be a cohesive team and a consistent team throughout the year.
Especially with Florida State losing Kushal Bess next season, the only senior on the team for Florida State. Miami losing two players in Tavion Simon and Carmelo Outlaw. 3.5 minutes to play. Here's a turnaround jumper, no good by
McLemore.
The 20's throwing me off. Here's the drive. Here's Bess. Scoreless today so far. And he remains scoreless. Hennessy swats that away. Here's a deep three, though. It's long. Hennessy to rebound.
On that possession, you just watch Miami defense. They're playing zone, but they're absolutely making sure this Florida State is not getting anything easy in the paint, and they're willing to give up those wide open threes. So I say it's good defense on Miami behalf.
That was some bully ball right there by Richard Hennessy. Going to work.
He's definitely showing off that size again, and his touch around the rim. You know, it's hard to get touched as a big fella when you have that nice touch like that.
Shot clock winding down. They gotta find a shot here. Here's a three from the close side wing. The point on and nuts things up at 38.
It's a big time shot because you would have thought Miami had like a little momentum streak going, and that three hushed up the crowd and quieted down for a second.
Hennessy misses that layup right there. Had a favorable matchup. Florida State could take the lead here again. Here's Auden.
Miami's back in zone.
Quinn setting the screen on the drive. Tried to get it over Hennessy. He did, but just put a little bit too much mustard on that one. We're under 2 minutes to play. On the drive, a little out of control. Was Bianco. And here's Bess. Bess baseline has the layup. And they're going to call Hennessy for a goaltend. I don't even think he touched the ball. He might have touched the rim, but I don't think he necessarily touched the ball.
Well, Sam, he's up there enough. I mean, Sam, he's up there. He probably touched a little bit of everything. You know, you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, man. Here's the drive. Bianco. That one no good. Rebounded by Del Oubre. Tremendous trust here from Hamilton to play Del Oubre with 3 fouls. Here's Best. Knocked away by McLemore. Picked up, jumper, no good. Offensive rebound is there.
And that's the type of hustle you want to see out of your Florida State team. I mean, they're smaller, but they got energy and effort, and if they could win the rebound game, that could keep them in this game and possibly help them win at the end.
It's a great drive by Bianco. Florida State up 2 here. Time taken away. 41 seconds on the game clock. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Twyman. Spinning on Hennessy. Trying to get free. Oh my goodness, Hennessy smacked Twyman. Twyman thanking God that it wasn't anything serious.
You and Twyman were trying to put Hennessy in the blender right there, and I gotta give Hennessy credit. You know, a couple of times he might look a step behind, but he was still right there to contest the shot and give a hard foul at the end. And that's what you want from your 7-foot guy. Make sure you just contest the shot. We always want you to block the shot, but we also never want you to give up anything free. So a hard foul call on that one is a win for this Miami team and Hennessy.
Looks like Twyman still shaking up from that hit because he missed the first. Might be seeing 2 rims.
You really think he got hit that hard?
Oh, I mean, he got shellacked.
Oh, man. Well, it's part of the game, Sam. I hate to tell you that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you might be right. His vision might be a little blurry. They might want to take him out and have him see the training staff.
Del Oubre gets called for the foul. That's his 4th. Something you didn't want to see, and Leonard Hamilton is incensed on the sideline that Del Oubre's picking up his 4th foul, because he didn't think he fouled Hennessy there. Hennessy had a clear path to the basket, and Hennessy just missed. Might have been a bailout call there at Sniper.
You know, even if it was a bailout call, you have to think about it like this. Hennessy hasn't missed too many shots tonight, and he's been pretty accurate from the distance he's been shooting from, and that shot was no different. He was very close and he missed. So 9 times out of 10 the ref is going to think, oh, somebody did something to you to make you miss those shots, because you're not usually missing those shots. And Del Oubre, who was in the vicinity, got charged with the foul, and it's not good for Florida State. But if you're Hennessy, you're pretty happy that you're living at the line right now.
Absolutely. Here's Hennessy. Free throw here to tie this game. In and out, Hart the rebound. Florida State can hold here for the last shot. There you have the 1-point advantage. Here's Twyman. Game clock, 15 seconds. Twyman, close side wing, guarded by Best. 10 on the game clock. Twyman's going to hold here. 5, Twyman with 3. Kicks it over. Hoffman, it's good and 1!
Jesus. What a shot by Jalelo for Florida State, the shooter.
Oh man, Harlan Huffman fouls. Jalelo buries the shot. And he's going to go to the line. A momentum swinging play here to close out this half.
Absolutely. You are 100% correct about that, Sam. That's a cardinal sin in basketball. Never foul a jump shooter.
He's got it. Jalelo.
Got to get a shot off here and hope for a prayer. Bianco will throw it up and banks it off the glass. No good. And the Watsco Center stunned here a little bit. Sniper J. Florida State, the 4-point advantage as we go into half.
Yes, and the keys coming out of halftime, I think, for Florida State is how do you manage the foul problems and how do you play with foul trouble? They've played a perfect game so far besides the fouls. They've been attacking the paint. They've made some three-pointers. They've been contested shots on the defensive end. It's just the foul trouble that concerns me with Florida State. If you're Miami, you got to figure out how to get McLemore back going. He started off the game strong, but he kind of disappeared towards the end of that first half. If they could get him going, maybe he could help other people get going with his dominance in the paint.
I absolutely agree with you, Sniper. Florida State shocking the Watsco Center here early on CBS. 4-point advantage for the Seminoles. Second half action coming up on the other side.
Give you a whole bag of Doritos just because your fish died? Here, boy, I won't hurt you. Bath time.
Billy, are you sharing those Doritos like I asked you to?
She's okay.
Welcome back, Watsco Center. The Seminoles stunning here in the first half. 4-point lead on the Hurricanes. Samuel Goldberg, Sniper J on the call here for you here on CBS. Sniper, this Seminole team, as best gets things started for Florida State, they've weathered the storm here of the Hurricanes.
You know what, Sam? I'm gonna put it to you like this. This Florida State team came into this ball game prepared, focused, and they've been executing what their coach wanted them to execute. And that's the reason why they're winning this game in the first half. You know, every game there's ups and downs, and like you said, they weathered their storms and they have risen to their peaks and above that. And I think if they could continue to do that, they're going to win this game. And I'm going to call it an upset because Miami is sitting at the top of the conference for tied for first place.
Exactly, and the Seminole team is trying not to. They're basically on the outside. They're basically on the outside looking in, and they are doing everything to keep their Hoopsteria hopes alive.
Yes, and this type of win against this type of team, and I'm not saying Miami is the best of the best, but they're hot right now and they got a lot of momentum. This is a big win for Florida State. It could push their confidence and maybe the judgment scale a little bit in their favor when it comes down to the decision.
Absolutely. And Florida State, too, they've lost their last 3. Is that one no good? Offensive rebound, though. Here's a straightaway three-pointer. Got it! Florida State hits their largest lead of the game at 7 points. Daquan Awning gets it to go.
And this is not the type of response or start I want to see out of Miami coming out of halftime. You know, you really want this team to start the first half with a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, and a lot of hustle, and we're just not getting that from this Miami team. And if they don't pick it up here soon, this game can very well grow into a double-digit margin.
Bianco, a 3, no good. Miami on a cold spell to start this half. Only one basket. Here comes Florida State. In the painted area, it's knocked away. In transition, Fernandez, oh my! The steal, the drive, and the score for Edgar Fernandez.
Fernandez, this whole game has been very shifty, very creative, very crafty, and he's been able to get to the paint anytime he really wants.
Oh. Hart, wow, rare miss from that close by Hart.
It was a good move. He just didn't finish that one, but I don't expect him to miss too many more of those.
Layup for Hoffman, no good. Back and forth. Fast and furious action here to start this second half. Best on a drive, kick out, 3, no. 1 out of bounds, though, and the Seminoles will retain possession. McLemore couldn't hold on to it.
That's what I'm talking about right there. We call those 50-50 balls, and Florida State has been winning those 50-50 balls here tonight, Sam, and that's just not a good look if you're Miami. You're the bigger team. Like, you have size and height over this Seminole team. There's no way they should be beating you to rebounds and 50-50 balls.
Absolutely, Sniper. Now, when looking at this team, this Florida State team, Sniper, they are doing the fundamentals correctly, as that far wing 3 is good. Styles Jalelo. We'll touch on it, Sniper, when we come back here as Florida State. Oh, it's just out of bounds. Oh, it was a timeout. My goodness, I saw one of the referees did like one of the timeout things, and my goodness.
I don't know what happened with him, but that was a critical mistake.
I feel like my brain is going all Cirque du Soleil, but what I was going to say to you, Sniper, is, you know, the Seminoles, they are playing sound fundamental basketball.
Absolutely. They don't have many turnovers. They're swinging the ball around, playing together as a team, and they're taking shots that the team expects everybody to take. They're not taking shots that surprising. Because when you take surprise shots, is what they call them, you don't give your teammates the chance to rebound or get in position to start the defense. And Florida State has done a great job of just being disciplined to that.
Oh, McLemore's blocked from behind. Quinn, another one. Here's Hart on the other end. Turns around. No good. Quinn the rebound. Underneath. Gets it to go. And the Seminoles, a double-digit lead.
Oh man, this is on some sketchy water for Miami. A 10-point lead with your offense not flourishing like it was in the first half, or at any point in this game, to be completely honest. A 10-point lead could look close to 15 points. Feel as if it's 15 points when your offense is not consistently putting points on the board.
Leonard Hamilton is incensed on the sideline after that call on Quinn. You can see him yelling at the officials, stop bailing them out. Here's McLemore.
I think that's Quinn's third foul. So again, Florida State, as I talked about during the halftime break, how are they going to play through foul trouble? Because they're going to have to play through it. Are they smart enough, tactical enough to play smart defense, make them miss shots, and not foul? I think that's what this game's still going to come down to if you're Florida State.
These fouls becoming an issue here in this one for Florida State. DeLubre has 4. Quinn has 3. That was close to a backcourt. Inside, Quinn, the jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound, picked up by Bianco. Going left to right, Bianco trying to find some space. He's going to drive, and he's going to slam it down for 2. And he is hyping up the Watsco Center. Here after that dunk, it is loud here. Miami needs some defense. Big turning point of this game. How can Florida State respond? Delemo drives, goes to Quinn, and he buries it, silencing the crowd.
And Sam, that's what you expect out your junior physical big man. You know, he showed it in the Duke game that they won earlier this season, that he's able to take and make tough shots in big time moments for this Florida State team, and that's what he did there.
Here's Yael. McLemore. Bianco. Shot clock running down. It's at by Bianco, guarded by Quinn. Bianco goes inside. He's blocked again. Quinn, his 6th rejection of the game. Hart, free throw line jumper, left it short. Bianco the rebound. Approaching the 14-minute mark. Bianco with Hart on guarding him. Trying to find some space. Hart tight defense though. Bianco short side when we go inside to McLemore. McLemore, the jump hook, got it!
And that's what McLemore needs to do for the rest of the game. He doesn't need to settle for jump shots. He doesn't need to be out on the perimeter. He needs to be inside, making his presence felt in the paint, because that's where he's best for this Miami team. If they want to have a chance to come back and win this game in dominant fashion, he needs to be dominating in the paint.
Here's a 3, straight away, all in! Buries it!
Man. This Florida State is making timely shots after timely shot.
Bianco the drive, Quinn another one! Give him 7 blocks!
The human eraser tonight, Quinn is for Florida State.
Here's Hart, quick trigger from the corner, he's got it! Florida State's heating up, it's their 5th 3 of the half. And the Hurricanes, shell shot, down 12 and a timeout here on CBS. Welcome back here at the Watsco Center. Thank you for joining us here on CBS. And speaking of joining us, don't play yourself. Invite others to be a part of the best simulation league in the world. SimWorld Sports. You get a 5,000 EM signing bonus. Become a head coach referrals, or if you want to become a super fan, SimWorldSports.com. Find the Discord. Discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. SimWorld Sports. See the game, be the game. Coming back to this one here, Sniper. I mean, Florida State. How have they been able to get themselves this lead?
It started at the end of the half when Jalelo hit that 3-point play off the jump shot. That gave this Florida State team a lot of momentum going into halftime, and they carried it over into this half. And at the start of this half, big time move from the big fella there from Miami. That was strong. But back to Florida State, they started this half with a lot of energy and effort, and it started on the rebounding. Florida State is out rebounding Miami this half, and with those rebounds comes extra possessions, and with extra possession comes wide open jump shots from the 3-point line. As we look there, Florida State gets another offensive rebound and a huge slam for Quinn, who's come alive in the second half, even though he's battling foul trouble. I'm going to keep going here, Sam, because I want to keep proving my point.
Go for it.
As we get a layup right there from the other number 20 Yeo for the Miami Hurricanes. But Florida State, they have been out-rebounded this Miami team, and it's been leading to open threes, and everybody in SimWorld U can make an open shot, and that's what has opened up this game for Florida State, the 3-point line and hustle on the offensive rebound.
That one no good, the turnaround by Quinn. And Sniper, this is just textbook basketball here from this Florida State team. I mean, Aaron Hamilton is grinning from ear to ear on what he is seeing from his squad. Gotta do something here if you're Miami to get yourself back into this game. How do they get themselves back into this game?
I think it starts with toughness.
Oh my goodness, Quinn again!
Yeah, he's all over the place. I mean, this guy has been a monster in the second half, and I don't think he's going to slow down anytime soon unless foul trouble gets to him. But to answer your question, Sam, I think if Miami could get some toughness about it, rebound the ball, play physical, score the ball in the paint like they were doing early in the first half, they could climb their way back into this game with no problem, because they're going to get the foul calls because they're at home as Quinn just bullies his way to another.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
somebody has the Hall of Fame bully badge on. My goodness.
Yeah, he's just looking head over here stronger than everybody out there on the court right now. But Miami, if they could get some type of toughness and a couple of stops, I think they could work their way back into this game and make it real interesting late in the second half.
We go inside to Hennessy. Hennessy for a 7-footer, he just doesn't seem confident in his post abilities. Buries that one. And Florida State will take a timeout here, Sniper, and Leon Quinn nearing a triple-double in points, rebounds, and blocks. He's got 7 blocks, 7 rebounds, and 10 points.
Yeah, Quinn has been an absolute monster in the second half. In the first half, he did his job, but in the second half, it seems like he flipped the switch and said, I'm going to dominate the paint in all aspects of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. And when I say special teams, that means loose balls, block shots, just being physical, bumping people coming through the lane. Quinn has been an absolute monster. I want to comment on the 7-footer Hennessy. You said he doesn't look confident in his post game. I would beg to differ. In the first half, he was confident, he was making moves. It's because he was getting the plays called for him. This half, there's no cohesiveness, there's no energy. There's nothing that this Miami team is doing to help this young fella be confident. He's only a freshman, Sam. So it's up to the leaders and the coaching staff of Miami to put this kid in the right position to be aggressive, to score the ball. I'm not just going to blame him because he doesn't know any better, even though it's the second part of the year. He's a freshman, technically going to be a super sophomore, but still, he hasn't played that much and he's 7 foot, They have to put him in position to be successful.
Another glaring spot here, Sniper. Miami, guess how many 3-pointers they've made in this game?
I could count on my hand and say 0.
Yeah, they have 0 3-pointers to the Seminoles 7. And the Seminoles are shooting 64% as Quinn picks up his 4th foul. It's an and 1 for the Hurricanes. And that's a big-time basket for the Hurricanes.
We will see what Leonard Hamilton does here. Is he going to trust his big fella who's been dominating in the second half, Quinn, or is he, we already seen it, he's going to put him on the bench and save him for later. So now we have to see who Florida State's going to turn to for defense and offense, as Quinn was doing both in the first 10 minutes of the second half for this Florida State team.
Hennessy must have heard me talking about him because that was a big shot right there for the freshman. Here's his free throw. Smooth as silk. Miami chipping away here in the second half.
7-point lead. It was up to 10. They still have a chance. There's a lot of time left for this Miami team, but they also need to get some stops here.
Hoffman gets called for the foul, and will go to the line to shoot two.
Believe it or not, Sam, I think this Florida State knows how to win this type of game. And I'm saying that because I was on the call when they beat Duke in the same type of fashion. They know who they have to go to, what they have to do down the stretch to maintain the league and win a ball game. So I expect them to be very comfortable here down the stretch with maintaining this lead and making sure they keep points on the board and get certain stops at certain times to try to win this ball game.
First free throw is good. Twyman will take a seat. Miami's got to start making some shots here, especially from beyond the arc if they want to keep this game within reach.
I agree with you. If they could make 1 or 2 3-point shots and open up the floor just a little bit, it would help them out a lot in the paint.
Bianco on a drive. He takes on all comers. Didn't go. And Dale Orton picks up his 5th personal foul. He has fouled out, and that is not good for Florida State, up 9. And now Quinn will check in. Quinn on the brink of fouling out as well.
Again, Dale Orbery just subbed in, and the first thing he does is commit his last foul for the game. This is big trouble for this Florida State team. And now you have to entrust in your junior physical big man in Quinn to go the rest of this game without fouling, which is tough to do against Hoffman, McLemore, and Bianco coming downhill. I don't know how this is going to work for Florida State, but they're going to have to make it work.
McLemore missed his first free throw, or excuse me, that's Bianco missed his first free throw. Here's his second. That one is good. It goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Needed to go 2 for 2 there. Gotta get everything that comes your way for free. And now if you're Miami, you want to attack Quinn, and hopefully he picks up his 5th. Here's Hart.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. You use Hennessy and his size, and you either score 2 points or you draw the foul on Quinn.
That was a fantastic play. Hartland Hoffman gets the slam for 2, but you saw they had Quinn guarding the perimeter. They have Quinn nowhere near the inside. Here's Hart. He's going to have to come up large here. Hart. Oh! A snatch block! Wow! Hennessy! Oh my goodness! Snatching it out of the air!
And that's the type of potential this kid has. Yeah, I mean, he's 7'1", and to see him starting to come into form is exciting for this Miami Hurricanes team.
And one Hoffman. Dale picks up the foul. Here comes the Hurricanes. Arlen Hoffman. Fantastic.
Hoffman, you know, he doesn't get a lot of spotlight, but he's that blue-collar worker for this Miami team. He's the one that does the junkyard dog stuff. He rebounds. He scores trash buckets. He fouls hard. He gets in one when it's time. But in his off time, he does the lighthearted stuff. He goes and volunteers. So that's the type of player you want at your institution. A blue-collar guy who works hard, but also gives back to his community.
Bianco gets called for a shooting foul. Arlen Hoffman is taking over here for this Miami squad. 5 straight points, give him 13. Become the unsung hero for this Miami Hurricane squad, and who are trailing at the current moment. Shooting 2. Daquan Lawton. Knifes the first.
as we can hear in the background, Sam, the crowd is still very much into it. It's a 4-point game. It's a day game. It's the ACC. This is what you live for on CBS.
Absolutely, Sniper. Abso-freaking-lutely. This is ACC basketball.
Be careful, Sam. You know, if you get kicked off, I get kicked off too. Be careful.
Second free throw is no good. I'm sure the snack room controversy was worse than what I just said. Here's Hoffman. He's been the unsung hero so far. He's got 5 straight points for the Hurricanes. Can he make it 7? No. Here's Hart. Inside. Wide open. Under the basket is Quinn.
A great pass on that possession. Just seeing the future and getting them open for the easy dunk.
Miami's going to take a timeout. Figure out the defense. 6-point advantage for Florida State.
See the game, be the game.
Hey, who's this?
Oh, that's Kyle. He aced his 5th grade geography class. You see, now that we're using FedEx to ship globally, I have to learn all the countries again, so I brought in Kyle as a consultant. Did you know that we have customers in Czechoslovakia?
Actually, it's called the Czech Republic.
Yes, Kyle. You are a lifesaver. And without Kyle, I never would have heard of that new country called Buttheadistan.
We understand you want to grow internationally. FedEx serves over 220 countries and territories.
Welcome back here on CBS. Florida State controls this one 72-66. It's becoming crunch time here, Sniper. What are the keys here for both these teams to pull out this W here in this ACC contest?
Thank you for asking, Sam. I'm greatly appreciative that you know how I think and when I want to answer these types of questions. I'm going to start with the home team, Miami. I still think it's key for them to get McLemore going, especially with Florida State in the foul trouble that they are. Quinn has 4 fouls, and he's 1 foul away from being out of this ball game. And I just don't understand why McLemore is not being ultra aggressive against him and trying to get that foul call. Because once Quinn goes down, now production in the second half is little to nothing, because Quinn has been the production in the second half. If you're Florida State, I think it's almost the kryptonite of what Miami has to do. How do you manage this game with foul trouble, and how do you keep points on the board without fouling or getting your star players out of the game? And I think that's the keys to victory for both teams. Florida State managed scoring and fouling. Miami, do whatever you can to get the Florida State Seminoles out of this game, or Quinn to be exact, out of this game, as he scores right there.
Yeah, that was a timely bucket right there from Quinn, and he has just been all over the place. They gotta keep, Quinn has to keep himself in this contest. He's got 4 fouls. Macklemore, no good.
See, Sam, I just don't know why he's settling like that. He has a small defender on him. Put your shoulder in his chest, go to the goal.
Quinn soaring through the sky, slamming it for 2. My fault, Sniper, but you gotta highlight Quinn. Oh my!
You do.
Oh!
Oh!
Going back into a dunk contest. Owen Hoffman, proving white men can jump.
There you go. Starting trouble. Starting trouble.
Nearly a steal right there for Bianco. Here's Bess. Go inside to Hart. Hart, little hop, step through. 1, 2, skip to my Lou. It's good for 2.
Yes,
What did I just say?
I don't know, but it worked. It worked. It sounded nice too, Sam. I'll give you credit. You gotta give credit due. That was good. And
That's more than good.
That skip to my Lou moved Florida State to a 10-point league, and it's almost looked like it's about to start to get out of hand if Miami can't get some buckets.
Florida State just incredible here in this contest.
Yeah, they have been, and you got, it starts with Leon Quinn. He has 14 points, 9 boards, 7 blocks. He's been all over the court tonight for this Florida State team, but he has had help from Otten, who has 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and Hart is right below them with 13 points, 5 rebounds. So this Florida State has been a balanced team from the 3 top guys, and they all came to play, and it's showing up on the scoreboard here.
Here's Bess. Oh, what a pass inside. Macklemore jumping up and down. He's screaming at the official. How is that a foul? He's got to be careful not to get a technical. I agree with him there. I think he got all ball.
Yeah, up top it looked like he got all ball, but at the bottom it looked like he placed his left hand on the young man's shoulder and boosted himself up a little bit to get the block, and I think that's what the ref saw as well, and that's why we see number 20 for Florida State at the line.
Alton.
Is that Alton? I want to make sure. Yes, it is. It is Alton.
No, as I said, it's not a matter of how or what your form is like, as long as it goes in. I had a talk with Daquan Alton about where his free throw form came from. Just said straight up it came from high school. He was struggling with free throws in the prep scene, and he had one small change, and that's all it took.
Well, if he continues to knock down free throws at the rate he is this game, I don't see nobody changing his free throw anytime soon.
Here's Macklemore getting double teamed. Oh, nice finish through the double team. Under 5 minutes to play. Florida State holds the 10-point lead. Can Miami and the Hurricanes come back into this one, the final 5? Well, I'll come at you here on CBS after a quick break.
Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
Now there's a steal by Murr. Underneath the DJ.
What's this going to be? Oh!
Lead pass.
Whoa! Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that!
Now goes the roll. Brandon
tell them a little something. Should I recall? Yeah. Y'all know how I go down, right? They always want to hold you down. Y'all know.
Welcome back here on the broadcast. Seems like it's Bark in the Park night, or Bark in the Park here at the Watsco Center. Florida State up 82-72, 10-point lead. Sniper J, crunch time. Who do you think wants it more?
Well, right now, based on their play, Florida State wants this game more than anybody in this building, and just based off the energy effort in the second half, they have proved that.
Oh, Macklemore! Shedding some life in the building.
Thank you. I think that's the last two possessions, Sam, that he actually just took his time, went straight to the goal, and laid it up, and that time he got a dunk. If he could do that more often and very soon, Miami could get back into this game and make it uncomfortable for this Florida State team.
82-74. Watsco Center jamming defense. They need some here. Under 10 on the shot clock. Here's Auden. Crossing over. Driving in. The layup is no good. Outlaw.
Maybe that's
kept quiet all night. Needs something big here. Outlaw drives. No good. Follows a shot. Up again. No good.
Okay.
My goodness, the pickups are running wild.
Yep, and Miami has gotten 2 offensive rebounds on the possession, and it ends in the corner.
Miami's first 3 of the game comes up in a big crucial point.
Don't look now, we have a 5-point game. That everything's back tight on this Florida State team, and now they have to. Here's Hart.
Shot clock at 10. Hart is being locked up by Hoffman. The turnaround. Oh my! Garrett Hart.
What a big shot by Hart on that one. And I was trying to finish my statement that they have to execute, which Hart absolutely did on that possession with that turnaround jumper. He was being smothered, but he still took the shot and made it. And that's a big bucket for this Florida State team as it quiets down this Miami crowd.
Hoffman, no good. They go inside. Quinn got it.
Quinn is like reliable for Florida State. When in doubt, throw it inside, and he's going to get up a layup or get something going in the inside for Florida State. As we have a timeout from the Hurricanes, and we're going to stay here and just keep talking about how this Wednesday game is the game of the week for against Virginia Tech versus Louisville. Big game. Both teams are hot right now. It's Wednesday, March 26th, game of the week. I'm pretty sure Sniper J and B Rodney's on the call, so if you're not there, you are square. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a high-scoring, down-to-the-wire type of game come Wednesday. But you have to be there to see it. And this Saturday, we got the Stars of Tomorrow showcase. And look, it is what it says. The Stars of Tomorrow is this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm pretty sure my show and Yells is going to be on the call, and come check out the next generation of SimWorld Youth and SWBA. These kids earned this spot to be here, and they're going to put on a show for everyone who's in attendance.
Well, thank you for getting all those promos out, because I was chugging a bottle of water, figuring out my hiccup situation. Coming at the worst time.
It's okay. You just got excited. The gang got a little excited, so I understand.
Yeah, that's a good shot, and yeah. The hiccups always come at you at the worst time.
Okay, Miami's in the press now, trying to speed this game up so they can have more possessions to try to get back into it. Let's see how Florida State handles it.
Miami needs something large here as we're approaching the final 90 seconds. Here's a three, Jello short.
And they're lucky he missed that. He's known for shooting the ball, but he hasn't touched it in a while. Maybe he's a little cold.
Auden nearly drew a charge, but the Zebras call it a block. That puts Miami in the bonus.
That's what you want if you're Miami. You want to be shooting free throws with the clock stop, putting points on the board. You come into the league and the clock's not moving. That's exactly what you want if you're these Miami Hurricanes. This is good. I expect them to be aggressive, attacking downhill the rest of the game.
Oh, Bianco misses the free throw. You can't. Oh, man. Needed the first to go down in a 1-and-1, and he couldn't get it to fall. Here's Hart. Oh, behind the back. Hart wild attempt. No good. Hennessy the rebound. He's going to bring it up the floor. This is probably not the correct move. He finally hands it off to Hart. Oh, nearly turned it over. Bianco, no good. Hart gets called for the foul. These are big free throws in Hart. I don't know if he's shaken up on that play. Might have gotten hit in a spot where you don't want to get hit. Seems to be okay. Nothing. Looks like he's not. Or he is kind of grabbing at his knee a little bit. His lower body area is. That's something to keep an eye on after the game. 1:09 to play, and Bianco again misses free throws. And Jim Larinaga, head buried in his hands. These are free throws. They're supposed to be free.
Yes, and just Miami teams missing these free throws at the worst time during the game when they absolutely need them to go down just to cut into the league. They're missing them. He finally gets one to go there, but it might be a little too late for that.
Bianco just a 42% free throw shooter. 6-point game, and now it's an 8-point game as Crucial Best speaking one of his three languages that he knows how to speak, one of them being basketball with a big-time bucket there. Now will Florida respond, and Bianco slams it down for two. It's back to a 6-point game. And Fernandez, look at his first foul as they will send Best to the line to shoot some free throws.
Not yet. I think they got one more foul.
No, one more foul, pardon me. So now they foul. And they'll send Auden to the line, who's made a ton of free throws in this game.
Yes, if you're Miami, you're praying upon a star that this Florida State team misses some free throws because you're trying to extend this game as much as you can and get more possessions. But it doesn't look likely because Florida State has been shooting from the free throw line extremely well this game.
Auden buries the first free throw. Big free throw right there by Auden. Here's the second. He's got it. Big time by the sophomore. Bianco drives in, the jumper, he's got it.
There's still time left. They still can do this. All they need is a couple missed free throws from this Florida State team or a steal and a bucket, and they can make things real interesting.
That was nearly 5 seconds. Bianco picks up his fourth. Auden again. He's 8 for 8 from the line. %, on the day. First free throw, no good.
You jinxed him, Sam.
Commentator Stink strikes through. Bianco drives. Layup. Oh, Bianco missed the layup.
And you know what, Sam? You gotta give this Florida State team credit, man. That they came in here tonight, like I said before, focused, really executed the game plan. I personally think they out physical this Miami team, even though they were the smaller team. They just outworked this Miami team, and they're gonna leave out of here with a solid victory under their resume and on their belt. And who knows? It could be a confidence builder, and they could win a couple more games and be in hoops theory.
Florida State comes into the Watsco Center. Picks up a big time W as the second free throw is good. Sniper J, you said it, Sniper. I mean, with Florida State being a bubble team for Hoopsteria, a win like this, fantastic.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, when you're able to beat a streaky team and a team that's sitting at the top of their conference, the committee's gonna look to that and say, okay, yeah, that's a big win. That's the type of win, or that's the type of win that we want teams to have in Hoopsteria, and it just helps build Florida State resume. If you're this Miami team, I mean, you got to go look in the mirror and figure out what went wrong in this game. It's only one game, and you're still a hot team. You may move in the ACC rankings a little bit, but you're still fighting to be in that championship game, and that's what you want if you're this Miami team. So I think there's some lessons to be learned from Miami, and Florida State is going to be on a high after this win.
Couldn't agree with you more here, Sniper J. I mean, Florida State come into the Watsco Center as that three is good. Makes it a 5-point game. Seminoles will take a timeout. McLemore burying that three. I mean, that one might be coming a little bit too late. I mean, anything can happen, though, late in the game of basketball, Sniper.
Absolutely. There's no such thing as the game being over till the clock hits 000.
It might be talking just a little bit too soon. It's a 5-point game. Hope team to the bonus. Miami needs a steal here off this inbound, and they need a basket. Bianco has had a chance to make 4 free throws, but he missed. He missed those and the layup. That's 6 points right there.
Yep, they're looking at a potential 1-point lead or a tied game if they are able to just make the shots they normally make, or the shots that they're supposed to make, free throws. I'm not saying you have to make every layup, but you know, some layups you have to make as a basketball player, and Miami was not able to do that tonight, and that's why they're sitting in this deficit right now.
Allen will be fouled here by Bianco, and Bianco will foul out. Allen again will go to the free throw line. A miss here on the first will be monumental here for Miami. 2 makes, though, makes this a 3-possession game. Here's Otto. He's only missed 1 today. Been spot on, though, from the free throw line. He swishes the first. This one to make it a 3-possession game with 16.7 to play. He rattles it in. Miami is going to race up the floor. Here's Yael, quickly to the corner. Yael putting up a deep 3, way short. And the Seminoles will have it with 8.2 to go. As we see some more subs checking into the game as Otten and Best check out. Much to an applause to the Florida State faithful. And Miami's going to back up, and that will do it here on CBS Sniper J. Florida State victorious 94-87. Your final thoughts here on this one?
A big win for Florida State. That came out, executed perfectly. Our road victory is hard to come by in the ACC. Congrats to them. Miami, they'll have to do some soul searching after this loss for sure, but I'm pretty sure they could get back on track with their next game.
Florida State wins 94-87. For Sniper J, my name is Samuel Goldberg. SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. Have a good night or good rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.